everyone. Good day. Who among you here exercise? I want you to raise your hands. I want you to open your cameras and raise your hands to let me know who among you here exercise. Now, do you have a planner for that on what goals you wanted to achieve? Well, for today, we're going to learn what is fitness principle and how to make fitness planner. So everyone struggles with figuring out an exercise plan that works for them, right? So one principle used in the fitness world is the FITT principle. So this lesson explains what FITT means and how to apply it to your exercise regimen. What does FITT stand for? It can be so confusing to filter out the differences between fad diets and legitimate exercise advice. Late-night infomercials count on this confusion to sell all sorts of gadgets and supplements promising a quick fix that doesn't exist. Yes, those advertisements that you have heard about a product that will help you to become sexy or to have a slim body instantly is not true. So it is a fad. Now, unfortunately, there's no secret to losing weight in a healthy way. Remember that. So it requires eating well and incorporating physical activity in your schedule. One tried and true method to forming a fitness plan that works for you is to apply the FITT principle. FITT stands for frequency, intensity, time, and time. FITT or FITT. Let's break each of these down and look at them one at a time. Frequency, yes, is how often you exercise. Usually, we measure this by the number of days each week. Intensity is how hard you exercise. We might categorize this as low, moderate, or high intensity. Time refers to the time of the day you exercise and how long each session lasts. Type refers to what kind of exercise you are doing. For example, you might do cardiovascular activity, also known as simply as cardio, or strength training, or a combination of the two. So how this fit or how these pieces fit together. So each component of the FITT principle is interconnected. When we say interconnected, hindi na siya mapulang. Yes. So for example, if you work out a high intensity, you usually work out for less time and fewer days per week, right? In contrast, if you work out at a low intensity, you will work out more days per week, and each session may last a bit longer. However, when deciding on an exercise plan, you have to keep in mind your personal goals. You keep in mind your personal goals. You don't forget what is your goal. So are you exercising to lose weight? Are you exercising to gain endurance? Are you exercising to increase your strength? Or your goal will heavily influence how you use the FITT principle to develop your plan. I know that when we exercise, we have a goal. So always put that goal in your mind. So when you're identifying your goals, it's also important to be realistic. So it is impossible for you to exercise just 1 hour a day or 1 week pa lang ka nag-exercise and magkita na nag-isa sa amin, wala palagi ko na mayat. So, dili na siya realistic na for 1 week lang, ang imong exercise for 30 minutes lang, and dili ina na kay gabi na namayat ka. So, dili na siya realistic. So dapat, it is important for our goals to become realistic. So we have to think for how much time can you really spend exercising each day or week. What is your current physical state? Yes, you have to remember that. Kung sa imong lawas na room, it's unrealistic to think you can transition from a couch potato to a marathon runner in the first week. So one of the greatest things about the FITT principle is that it is flexible. You can adjust your plan as your physical condition changes over time. So the purpose of these FITT principles are a set of guidelines that individuals can use to determine how long and how hard they should exercise. Yes, that's the purpose of the FITT principle. The benefit of this is that when you use correctly, the FITT allows you to push your limitations just enough to create improvement without causing harm to your body. It also lowers your risk of developing diseases such as hypertension, obesity, and diabetes. Furthermore, exercise causes the release of endorphins. So endorphins, which are pain relievers. So let us listen and learn to further information about FITT principle. My other classmates will explain this to you.
Today, everyone. So my task for today is to explain to you the letter F in the word fit. So F stands for frequency. So what is frequency? Frequency is from the root word frequent. So how often, frequent is how often you're doing something or doing something repeated. So frequency often depends on various factors, including types of workout you're doing, how hard you're working, your fitness level, and your exercise goal. So this frequency is one of the most important things when we do workout or we do exercise. So after you will consider if we want to improve our body and do workouts, after you consider frequency or how consistent you're doing your workout or exercise. So um, there are two types of workout: the cardio workout and the strength training. So these types of workout, in general, the exercise guideline set out by the American College of Sports Medicine that will gives us a place to start when figuring out how often to work out. So first is cardio workout. So what is cardio workout? So when you do cardio workout based on frequency, so here are the recommendations. So first, if you're a beginner, you must do it 3 times a week. Second one is if you're in a moderate level, you can do it 4 to 5 times a week. And if you're intense, then you can do it 6 times a week. But we must also always remember na uh, so ang kana po sobra makadaot ko na. So if we do it um, regularly, tapos niya ay timpla-timpla kung basin nga dili na kaya sa itong lawas. So we must have a recovery time. Recovery time is very important. Kaya kung abot ato po niya abusuhan ang ato lawas. So daot po na ato lawas. So that's it for the cardio workout. So kung mag-jogging mo for beginners, na kay isa lang ka plano kay kung mag-jogging ka, so na lang kay 3 times a week. So kay beginners naman ka until nga ay mo na siyang continue until nga maabot ng 4 to 5 times a week. And then kung if kaya na gid mo 6 times a week, so imo ginang padayonon kay frequency is one of the most important things when we work out. Kaya kung muundang ka, moabot ang katapon, wala nga, dili nakakapalayon sa imuha nga exercise. So the next one is strength training. So what is strength training? Based on frequency. So the recommended frequency for strength training is 2 to 3 non-consecutive days. You should have at least 1 to 2 days between session. So sa strength training, lang you can focus on nga exercise. For example, upper body imuhang training sa. So dili yun permitting kada adlaw ka mag exercise or mag workout. So you need to kanang you need to divide kay first day. So for example, karon nga adlaw upper body sa imuha. So dili po next day, the next day dili po nga upper body na po ang imo nga i-exercise. Dapat pag humani mo upper body karon nga adlaw, dapat the next day dito na po ka mag focus sa lower na po yung mga body para maunsa alternate mo ang imuha nga workout. Magparayon ang imuha workout frequency. So frequency is considered one of the most important things when we do exercise or we'll have our workout.
Good morning, everyone. The title of my report is Morning Exercise Intensity. Know what exercise intensity is and how it can be determined. What is a heart rate? How do we measure it? Why might we be interested in heart rate? Let's check our heart rate. Where? 60 seconds or 30 seconds? How? In double or 6 seconds, 10 times 10. The beats per minute. What happens to our heart rate when we exercise? Start jumps for 1 minute. Can you predict your heart rate? Why? This means how hard you're working. What else could affect your heart rate? Maximum heart rate, 220 age or years. 220 minus 40 equals 106 beat per minute. Training zones. To calculate training zone for cardiovascular, heart rate is 60 to 85% of max. Divide max heart rate by 100 times by 60 for 60%, times by 85 for 85%. Work out your target training zone for cardiovascular endurance. Example, Mr. Hopper is 40 years old. His max heart rate is 220 minus, and his age 40 years of age, beat per minute, and you minus it with the max heart rate. And the answer will be 180 beats per minute. This training zone for cardiovascular is 60% to 85% of max rate. To find 1%, divide 180 to 100, and it will be equals to 1.8. 0.60% times 1.8 times 60 equals to 108 beat per minute. To find 85%, 1.8 times 85 equals 100 beats per minute. Therefore, Mr. Hooper's CV training zone is 108 to 153 beats per minute. Training zones for clients. Imagine you are working in a sports center. You have a variety of clients who want to know their target heart rate training, their cardiovascular endurance. Number 1, Graham is 56 years old. Betty is 64 years old. Peter, 12 years old. Michelle, 18 years old. And Chris, 38 years old. To know what exercise intensity is and how it can be determined. How can we work out hard someone is working? Why do we want to know? That's all. Okay.
So for time is the next element of your workout plan. How long you exercise during the session. So for example, we do workout, we do exercise for 45 minutes or workout. There isn't one set of rules for how long you should exercise. It will typically depend on your fitness level and type of workout you're doing. So we have these two types of workout. We have these cardio cardio workout and also the uh, strength training. So for the cardio workout, this exercise guidelines suggest 30 to 60 minutes of workout or cardio, but the duration of your workout will depend on your fitness level and what type of exercise you're doing. For example, with jogging, with running, we do this like what you see picture, cardio machine. So it requires 30 to 60 minutes. It depends on your cardio workout, what workout you're doing. You know? And also, if you're a beginner, you might start with 15 to 20 minutes of workout. If you have some experience and are doing steady state cardio, such as going for run or use a cardio machine, you might exercise for 30 to 60 minutes. So if you're doing interval training and workout at very high intensity, your workout will be shorter, around 10 to 15 minutes for all out effort based interval training. So having a variety of workouts of different intensities and duration will give you a solid balance cardio program. So if for beginner, we should start doing exercise with the and if we have experience, we could go to 30 up to 60 minutes of workout. For the strength training, how long you lift weights will also depend on type of workout you're doing in your schedule. For example, a total body workout could take over an hour, whereas a split routine would take less time because you're working fewer muscle groups in one session. Total body 30 minutes, 10 minutes workout. So, how long we lift weights also depends the type of workout we're doing in our schedule. For example, we do this type of workout in our chest, our biceps, our triceps, or leg workout. It requires time and also because we do this in we lift weights and depending on our muscular strength or also on our muscular strength. So, it depends on us kung pila ato ang uh, time ato ang tangan ang workout. So, with a total body of 30 minutes strength training workout, hindi lang susunod. Tama, sakto na ng 30 minutes strength training workout. So, if you're a beginner, uh, start as a pero sa ang pag-lift na tuloy, hindi kay high intense pag-lift sa bukas, tama-tama lang na makadaog na, and until we improve, we could add weights, and we could add time, we have to, and that's the strength training and time.
The next is type. Type is the last part of FITT principle. It refers to the type of exercises undertaken and what kind of exercises you do. For example, you want to burn fats. Yes, you want to burn fats, then choose the perfect type of exercises that can burn your fat. You can search to the internet and look for the best type of exercises to burn. Why you need to choose the best type of exercises? This is to avoid injuries and prevent lost weight tattoo. What is lose weight tattoo? A weight loss tattoo is when you stop losing weight despite a consistent diet and exercise. Cardio workouts. Cardio workouts can get your heart rate up counts. How to get your heart rate or pulse rate? Before performing cardio workout, check your heart or pulse rate in 1 minute. After that, perform the type of exercise that you chose, like, for example, gusto niyo mag-jogging. Jog at least 1 to 2 minutes. Then, after that, check again your heart or pulse rate in 1 minute. The heart rate before and after performing is a big difference. Cardio workouts or jogging can improve your fitness level and stamina. It helps your heart also. It decreases anxiety and can also help with depression. Strength training. Strength training or resistance training involves the performance of physical exercises that are designed to improve strength and endurance. Strength training will use some type of resistance to work your muscles. It is also good body weight exercises. For example, jogging or running. What muscles will improve if you run 1 to 2 miles per day? After a few weeks of jogging, the abdominal and back muscles will improve. Jogging helps strengthen your core and all of the muscles that surround and support your spine. It also helps your legs grow stronger. Strength training or jogging can also burn calories and lose your weight.
So my topic is all about the fitness graph. So people come in all shapes and styles, but everyone can benefit from regular physical activity and healthy level of physical fitness. The fitness test battery evaluates four different parts of health related fitness. This fitness gram test for different fitness component in order to assess student health and fitness. Number one, the aerobic capacity, the body composition, the muscular strength or endurance, the flexibility. This fitness gram assessment play an important role in shaping student physical activity and dietary habits. This report will help you evaluate your child current level of health-related fitness and help you identify ways to promote healthy lifestyle in your student. So, um, number one is the aerobic capacity. So aerobic capacity is a measure of the ability to the heart, lungs, and muscles to perform sustained physical activity. In general, the more your child exercise, the higher his or her aerobic capacity level will be. So aerobic capacity is measured with the faster test, the 1 mile run or the walk test. So the importance of aerobic capacity is the good aerobic capacity can reduce risk of heart disease, stroke, or diabetes. So although generally not present in children, this disease can begin during childhood or adulthood. Aerobic capacity is measured by the passer. So the means progressive aerobic cardiovascular endurance run test. So the first thing you need to do is set up a runner area 2 meters in length and line the students up on one end of the runner area. So you can use either a CD or whistle. So every blows whistle is an induction for the student to run the length of 20 meters. So after each fifth blow whistle, the time between the whistle shortens. And lastly, the health zones for people over 70 years of age is 72 lakhs. So the next one is the body composition. The body composition measures refer to the relative proportion of fat and lean tissue in the body. So the body fat percentage can be estimated by skin fold calipers or other measure devices. The body mass index, the BMI, is another indicator that determines if a person is at a healthy weight for his or her weight. So overweight youth are high risk for being overweight adults. Adult obesity is associated with a number of chronic health problems. Many of these health problems can begin early in life. So it is important to begin healthy eating and regular activities early. So the body composition test a person body fat per 10 percentage. First thing you need to do is take a skinful caliper and grab skin of tricep area and pinch or read the caliper the measurement and repeat the process on the calf. So the next one is the muscle strength, endurance, and flexibility. This component of health-related fitness measurement the overall fitness of the musculoskeletal system. A variety of tests are used to assess this different components. The fitness level of muscles is important for injury prevention and overall body function. Strength, endurance, and flexibility are important for maintaining good posture, low back health, and total body function. So the core of are a person abdominal strength and endurance. So first thing you need to do is begin with the person lying in the supine position on a mat with step under the knees area, straight back, knee bend, and feet flat with hand resting on each side found down on the mat. And on the cadence up, the student left upper body of mat and slide hand forward under the hand, cover the tape, and the fingertips reach the end of the tape. Then on the cadence down, the person relaxes. There are 3 seconds within period while the person's upper body is in the fall-up position. So the tanklet. Tanklet measures extensor strength and endurance. The person lying face down with the hand on the quadriceps, the person raises the head as far as possible and hold long enough to be measured. So the next one is the push-up. So the push-up tests upper body strength and endurance. The person sits up in push-up position. Then the person lower themselves under their elbows are at a 90-degree level. The person pushes themselves back up into the starting position. This is also done with the cadence down and then up. So, flexibility. So, flexibility is a test by the sit and reach test. The person sits with one foot flat, one knee bent, and hand over hand on the box and over top the ruler. The person reaches as far as possible for continuous time, and the last rest is measured. So the fitness gram test is used as the standard test for physical education classes across the country. It is used to assess how physical fit students are, so the teacher and student can agree on the goals to attempt to reach by the end of the school year. Health or related fitness include a variety of factors. With a regular physical activity, most students will be able to score in the healthy fitness zone for most of the tests. It is important for all students to be physically active every day. A total of 60 minutes is recommended, even if they are already fit. If a student is in the need of improvement our area on a particular test, it is important to provide additional opportunities to be active so they can improve their level of fitness. So that's all.